一ついいか。気になることがあるんだが。あの映画館に閉じ込められたのも光の影響ということなんだよな。
Yes, welcome back to Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth, and weren't we just wondering about this last time?
なぜそんなことが起きたのだろうか。
その辺はまだわからん。
Because it's great that we help Hikari and all, but it's not like the fate of the entire world depends on it.
とにかく戻ろうぜ。
そうだね。ナギさんも待ってる。いろいろと話さなきゃ。じゃあ映画館に帰りましょう。
And yes, we have a lot of things to talk to Nagi about.
てれってってすべての映画をコンプリート。
まったく少しは落ち着いたらどうだ。最後まで締まりがなさすぎる。
まあみっちゃん、クマとのお別れが寂しいのはわかるけど、そうカリカリしちゃダメクマ。
君は何を言っているんだ。
マジに返されたクマ。
It's actually kind of funny given I used these two in that boss fight.
みんなおかえりなさい。映画すっごく良かったよ。私うるっときちゃいました。ひかりちゃん本当に良かったです。みんな心配かけてごめんなさい。一緒にこの映画館から出よう。
そうね。最後の鍵が手に入ったんですもの。これで外に出られるのね。
Wholly possible, huh? You talk like it's not guaranteed, though.
ああ、外してやろう。最後の鍵を。
みんな行こう。
It's like, we can do it now, but do we want to? And none of them had any traps on them!
これで帰れるんだね。長かったけどやっと終わったんだ。
And maybe once I go home, my mouth will finally start moving!
ああ、なんか終わったと思ったら腹減ってきたな。
私も早く帰って思いっきりご飯食べたい。
じゃあみんなでうちに来ればいい。ナナコも喜ぶと思う。
It would also mean my mouth would start moving.
やった行く行く。
俺らも打ち上げしましょうよ。寮のロビーで。
我々はのんびりしている暇などないぞ。帰ったらすぐ任務の続きを行う。
働きすぎっしょ。
あんまり休んでると体がなまるぞ。帰ったら早速トレーニングだ。な、シンジ。
なんで俺まで入ってんだよ。
Why do I get the sense that all of your levels are gonna suddenly move to a very different number?
おいお前ら、こっちも戻ったら作戦の続きだぞ。
わーってるよ。つか、この扉出たらどこ繋がんだ？
メメントスかな。でもそれぞれみんな帰る場所が違うんだよね。
And different times, too.
わかんないけど、出たら勝手に戻れるんじゃない？
ずいぶんと大雑把ね。
でも出口はここだけだからね。行くしかないよ。
ひかりちゃん、ここでお別れなんだね。
Yes, this is definitely goodbye. Ignore the fact that the special screening number has not matched the ones in the mid-40s, so there's clearly some that we haven't seen yet, or the fact that there are still personas in the Velvet Room that are quite a bit above our level, or the fact that most Etrian Odyssey games have 5 stratums, not 4.
どうもありがとう。
Or the fact that the FemC hasn't had her dedicated mini-boss special screening yet.
仲間とはぐれて、たった一人でもあなたは強かった。 いつも明るくて負けるもんかって頑張ってて、私そっか、私がここに来た意味あったかな。
Well, yeah, there was. It was to show that you're an amazing character and Atlas should put you in more spin-offs.
青い奴らが言ってただろ、みんながここに来たことには必ず意味があるって。
She was the final key to helping Hikari.
僕たちが出会った意味か。
それこそキャスティングだよね。私みんながいなかったら映画館から出ようなんて思えなかった。もし私たちをここに集めた人がいるなら、その人は凄腕の監督だと思うな。
Yeah, I do wonder about that. Philemon, maybe?
監督？
I mean, to be fair, Philemon's first production wasn't exactly the greatest of things, but he kind of made a comeback with the sequel to it.
なんて突拍子もないよね。何でも映画に結びつけちゃう癖がつい出ちゃった。鍵が消えて気が緩んじゃったのかな。
正直疑問もまだ残っていますが、結果良ければとも言いますしね。
Never say that. Never, ever, ever say that. Unless your tales and an entire city has been destroyed, because that's funny.
皆様、本当に行かれてしまうのですか？
ナギさん？
その、申し訳ございません。扉が開いたことはとても喜ばしいこと。でも、私は心配なのです。
どうして？やっとここから出られるのに。
光さん、現実に戻ったらまた今までと同じ目に遭うかもしれないのですよ。たくさん傷ついてしまうかもしれない。それなら。
確かにナギさんの言う通りかもしれない。でも私はみんなに勇気をもらった。頑張るって決めたから、私帰るよ。
そう、光さんの決心は揺るがないのね。ごめんなさいね、おかしなこと言って。もう止めたりなんてしないわ。
全会一致だな。じゃあ扉を開けようぜ。これって
どうなってる？
That was the sound of me having a heart attack and dying if not surprise.
髪の毛の色が変わった。
ナギさん。
See, here's the thing. Once Doe wasn't the culprit behind everything, there was really only one other person that it could be. I'm sure almost all of you saw this coming. And in the opening movie, if we remember, Nagi appears on the lyrics. Also, I should mention that Nagi's Japanese voice actress is the same VA as Rhea from Fire Emblem Three Houses. And now I can finally say this. Holy crap, is she typecast!
どうしたも何も、ナギというのは言うなれば役名の一つに過ぎません。私のことはエンリルとお呼びください。
Enlil is a Mesopotamian god who was actually male in the original myths.
支配人ってのも光ちゃんを助けたいって言ってたのも全部嘘だったんだ。
嘘ではございませんよ。すべての映画館は私が用意したのですから。
てかどういうことだよ。外にもすげえ映画館があるじゃねえか。
ここは 人々の集合的無意識によって形作られた私の世界。
そんな終わりじゃなかったの？
So this entire time, we've only been exploring the tiniest fraction of the actual cognitive realm we were trapped in.
本当の自分がわからない。否定され傷つきたくない。私をここへ呼んだのは現実に生き苦しみ続ける人間たちの意識。
なんだと？
人間たちはこの重く苦しいしがらみから解放されたいと願っている。だから助けてあげるために私が映画館を用意して差し上げたのです。個を確立させることがいかに自分を苦しめるものなのか理解させるために。
After all, my cousin was a fool. Everyone knows television is on its way out. The future is a streaming service that's algorithms are designed to feed you a constant stream of movies, content and entertainment specifically tailored to you.
全部てめえの仕業ってことかよ。
いい人のふりして今まで私たちのこと騙してたわけ？
人は生きる限り他者との圧力や衝突に傷つき続ける。そんな辛い現実など見なくていい。思考を放棄すれば楽になれる。何も考えず自分を納得させるためだけずっと映画を見続ける。
In other words, all everyone must do is just sit down and watch the endless stream of content curated specifically for them. See, okay, I don't think this was meant as a satire of streaming services, but I kind of like to interpret it that way.
そうすれば傷つくことも悩むことも何もないのです。
Like, in a lot of ways, this is actually extremely relevant now.
そんなの洗脳と一緒じゃない。
しかしこれは人間たちが望んだこと。私は救済をしているだけ。
何が救済だ。俺たちはんなこと望んでねえ。
ああ、俺たちが黙ってうなずくと思うか。悪いが力ずくでも帰らせてもらおう。
そう。ここから帰るというならば引き止めはしないわ。
ざけんな。てめえをぶっ飛ばしてでもこっから。っては？帰っていいのかよ。
意味がわかりません。だって僕たちは光さんを閉じ込めたのはあなたなんでしょ？
光さんや皆様の意思は分かりました。帰ると決めたならどうぞお帰りください。皆様のように強い心の持ち主には救済は不要なのでしょう。私の庇護は弱い人々のためにある。映画館にとどまりたいと願う人間を私はここで保護し続けましょう。
とどまりたいと願う人間。
That's where you kind of screwed up. If we hadn't known that, maybe we would have left and left you alone.
確かに皆様は光さんの心を救ったかもしれません。ですがそれは砂浜から一つの砂粒をつまみ上げたようなもの。今この瞬間も一人また一人と浮世から逃げた人々がここへとたどり着く。人々が望む限りこの映画館に終わりなどないのですよ。
それは勝手な決めつけだ。誰もが最初から諦めてるわけじゃない。
それはどうでしょう。
自分らしさ、そんなもの煙たがられるだけ。
どうせ自分のことなんて誰も見てくれないんだから。
そうよ、私だけじゃない。ここには同じような人がいる。
何も考え
もう疲れたんだ。楽な方に逃げたっていいだろう。それが正しいなんて思ってない。 けど黙っていれば傷つかない。ほらみんな言ってるじゃないか。だから自分は悪くない。そうだよ。頑張れる人が勝手に頑張ればいいじゃないか。俺はここを出たくない。
だよこれ。
みんなとっても苦しそうだったクマ。
お分かりいただけたかしら。皆様が外へと踏み出せるのは強いからですが、誰しもがそうとは限らない。ここは彼らにとって現実では得られない安らぎを感じられる場所なのですよ。
そん
なないと言い切れるのでしょうか。
それは
それでは皆様お疲れ様でございました。
あ、てめえ待ちやがれこら。
But she just used to go M.
俺たち本当に帰れるのか？
みたいだけど、でも
私そんな顔しないでひかりちゃん。大丈夫。ちゃんと元の世界に。違う、私のことじゃないの。私あの人たちの気持ち痛いくらいわかるんだ。傷つくのが嫌でいろんなことから目を背けて逃げ続けて、そのせいで大切なものまで捨てようとしてた。ひかりん。でも私はみんなに助けられた。もう一度前に進もうって思えた。きっとここにいる人も同じだよ。少しのきっかけでまた立ち上がれる。だから私このままあの人たちを見捨てるなんてできない。私も同じ気持ちだよ。みんなを助けに行こう。さっきの様子、私もあの人たちが心から望んでいるとは思えません。
みんな同じ意見だから、まるで自分に言い聞かすようでした。そんなもの本心とは言えません。目を覚まさせるべきです。
ここでの最後の大仕事だな。
おお、いつの間にか服が変わってる。
俺たちがエンリルと対峙する意思を示したからか。
だね。そうと決まったらさっさと追いかけようよ。
待て、この先何があるかわからない。まずは準備を入念にするべきだ。
確かにこのまま挑むには少し心もとないかもね。
了解であります。皆さん一旦戻りましょう。ねえ、何気なく戻ってきたけどまた閉じ込められたりしないかな。
エンリルの口ぶりからしてそれはないと思うが、ここの鍵は光の外に出たくないと光が出ると決めた以上、エンリルも止める気はないのだろ
う。ここは大丈夫だとして、問題は他の映画館だな。鍵が各個人の心なら彼らに出る意思がない限り。
ずっとここにいたらあの人たちどうなっちゃうんだろう。エンリルは安全って言ってたけど。
でも何も考えず抗うこともない。そんなのって。
You know, I wonder if Ken could have ended up in one of these cinemas. It's very possible.
生きる欲望を失ったまるで廃人ね。
You know, it's entirely possible that some cases of apathy syndrome in Persona 3 and mental shutdowns in 5 were retroactively people who had their psyches trapped in these theaters.
そんな人たちがあんなに、しかもどんどん増えてるし。ギャー！一大塾め！ このままじゃどこのつまりどういうことクマ？
落ち着けっての。こういう時は情報の取捨選択情報の取捨選択が大事だからな。
自分が落ち着けっての。さすが花村くん、がっかり王子の名を死守してるよね。
お前らこういう時はさらっと流せよ。
それでマーガレットたちは何か知らないのか？
そうね。現実世界への影響はまず避けられないでしょ
具体的には？
う。いずれ現実世界にもこの映画館が侵食してしまうなんてこともあるかもしれません。
あの得体の知れねえ映画館が現実にも現れるってことか。
死んだ目のまま閉じこもったやつが世の中に溢れるとか、想像しただけでろくな話じゃないな。
私と同じ思いをする人なんてこれ以上もう出したくない。
絶対そんなことさせない。私たちで止めよう。
最後の戦いに向けて体制を整えよう。
ちゃんと準備してまた行こうね。
Sadly, no more cinematic
チケット売
tale.
り場に寄らなくていいのかい？
Also, sadly, we still have people complaining about not going to the ticket booth. This song is called Hero and Heroine, but it's a little ambiguous who that refers to. It could be the P3 hero and heroine, the heroine could be Hikari, and the hero could be Joker. There's a lot it could refer to. It's a pretty decent song, though I do really like Cinematic Tale. We've heard that for a while, though. So it turns out that after finishing the 6th floor of that labyrinth, or maybe even the 5th one, we get this conversation with the Navi Nakama the next time we go to the shop. I'm kind of not sure why they put these special screening unlocks in there. I guess it's because, like, they know you'll be naturally going to the shop over the course of the game. But it does kind of hold up things when you're just trying to sell and buy items. Oh, yes, you do. You really do. I like how Fuka is the one who, like, initiates this Navigator power upgrade. It's like, she definitely has the least, like, standout personality out of these three, so it can be often easy for her to get lost in the crowd, especially, again, when, like, Futaba and Rise are just such, like, out-there characters. But, so it isn't always nice to see moments where, you know, she gets to be more assertive and take charge. Yeah, she kinda had to because she wasn't naturally a navigator. And yeah, as they mentioned earlier, Futaba is more of a software geek, but Fuka's a hardware geek. And of course, we have to go back into AI. I feel like AI gets out a lot of special screenings lately. Granted, we're going to be getting a lot more for Giant Black Smudge soon. Or, at this point, I can refer to it as Hikari now. So yeah, we've got another special screening. Good job, Vidar. Unlike me, Futaba knows what that difficulty is actually called. I like how they're throwing shade at me for not accepting a lot of for putting off special screenings sometimes. Firstly, let's go ahead and sell Doe's mask. Oh, worth a lot of yen. Arsene's cane, okay. Well, normally you'd have to, wow, that's a lot of weapons. And armor. And with the Emerald Note, we can... All stats plus 1 on an accessory? That's not worth it. Magic Fusion Weapon for Yukiko was nice. Oh, that's all stats plus 2. Star Slayer's a cool name. Plus SP and magic! Gee, it's almost like they want you to run a magic build in this guy. Oh yeah, the Strength Magic Reverse benefits both Persona 3 protagonists. Okay, Kiss of Athena is a really cool weapon name, and I'm sad that's not her ultimate weapon. Tracer Bind Resistance for men, the unisex one is HP and SP+, and the female one is HP and Endurance. Not bad, since there's a decent number of female physical attackers. But we can now get the Sure Hit scope, just if you really don't want Koromaru missing. And yeah, we've got a tactical meeting of a lot of people. So, we've done a decent amount of stuff, however, I feel like we can fit a special screening into this. And it makes sense if we go after... if we go for the one for the Navigators, given that Hikari is now essentially our fourth. A war has broken out, and it's foot soldiers versus tanks? How will this lion-hearted infantry ever beat the odds?
Victory march!
Unless a hero like you shows up. So you have to collect 3 rare parts for that communication device. Ah, roaring turrets, okay. Navigatresses? You was like, remind me to call Risei that later in private.
なるほど。
I mean, yeah, it sounds pretty good. And given that one of the 3 Navigators is always in the party at all times, you will always have access to this unison attack once you unlock it. Yeah, this feels like an appropriate one to do right now. Yeah, I'll just say I'll probably be doing a whole bunch of these special screenings before we move on to the actual final dungeon. Which is also going to unlock more special screenings, but we're getting there. We are approaching the end game. And yeah, there are bits of Road Less Taken in this song. I really hate to interrupt this emotional theme, but let's go. Yeah, it feels very weird hearing any other song right now. The Social Network, actually a pretty good movie. I remember seeing that when it came out. So the area here is fairly limited, but we need to get to pretty much the very end of this area in order to, yeah, reach the part where the roaring turrets are. There's also a very large stretch of area that is not connected to that part, and that probably has some chests. There are 3 of them in this labyrinth. Yeah, I thought there'd be one in the middle of this room. I thought there'd be ones here too. Now, you might notice something a little interesting here. We can't take out the spotter. So what's meant to happen is that you will always be chased by the FOEs in here, or you can kill that one from behind. However, these ones here are inactive. If I just run up and down here, I wonder if they're gonna show up. Yep. Okay, there's the first one. So we can just keep running back and forth here and not have to deal with the FOEs at all. And the roaring turrets are the enemies that really don't like fire. So I have brought an extremely fire-heavy party for that reason. Oh, 2 out of 3 immunity buffers, nice. That was just enough for an on level. So that's 1 out of 3 futuristic gizmos. Again, that's, you know, Flanderized Akihiko talking. Yes, definitely not protein. But I would like the beam sabers. Again, Oracle handles the software, Fuka handles the hardware. Well, yeah, except for the fact that Futaba's kind of like just a mishmash of the two of them, and I guess is just incredibly overpowered. Yes, kiss him now. Kiss him now! Like, I do admit, I was actually very close to doing Fuka's romance when I played P3 Reload, just because her new voice made the social link just a lot more interesting to me. And this one decided to show up entirely on its own. And that's 2. They also have to freak out when all of you die and they can't do anything about it. Also, they will yell at you for cheating, using a cheating device, specifically in, I think it's actually unused, those quotes, but, like, they do have quotes for that in Persona 3. Are you serious? Is she seriously doing Peppy from Star Fox? I mean, that was fun and passionate. I mean, come on, Peppy hair is always fun and passionate. Yes, she's also a meme lord, and that, is an appeal to some people. Yeah, meanwhile to Persona 4, they're all like, yeah, she's there, I guess. We've pretty much got used to it. I mean, there is a lot that you couldn't do without them. They are necessary. It's like the whole Navigator thing is an aspect of the battle system that really, like, not a lot of RPGs beyond Persona have. It is definitely important getting it acknowledged. That's why it's kind of cool that Hikari is effectively another Navigator. Though I would like to see a male main Navigator at some point in the series. So after you've got number 2 of the gizmos, make sure you have a Persona with Psi or Electric skills equipped.
Yuki, nice.
Wait, no, you don't get to call her Yuki. The last person to call her Yuki turned out to be a horrible creep. So you still have to do the fight for the third one, but after you get all of them... I kind of wish that I could build computers. Like, I hear so many people saying, like, oh yeah, I built my own PC, and it's just like, it just seems like such an easy thing to do, but I could never do it myself. And now they have both got into hyper mode, and we, should probably just ignore them. I mean, that's Risei. The only dessert she is into is yogurt, if by yogurt you actually mean meat. I thought this security in this place should have been shut down. I mean, I guess we did just come in here and just burn down a bunch of their tanks without permission. So the 3 Navigators get to show their stuff here. But before they get to do their stuff, we've got to fight something. I kind of wish Akihiko was here, because having him punch a tank would be cool. So, there's just one roaring turret right now, right? Surely this can't be it, right? Well, we'll see. That one also dropped an extra futuristic gizmo. I don't think you need more than 3, though. So here's the Arcane turret. This looks a lot like the one that we fought back in the first dungeon, but it is quite a bit different. Let's just, I think I'll Heaven's Blade that one. Miragion. Just want to get rid of the turret in the front first. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does, oh, no, wait, no, it's a Lecken side that it's weak to. Right, not wind. I mistook that. Because, yeah, it definitely doesn't have an affinity barrier, but it 50% resists every element that it's not weak to. Although physical is neutral, so I think I'm going to actually go for an Orgia mode on Aegis. Actually, yeah, double attacking and Gemini skills are really good for Aegis' Orgia mode, because it basically means you get an additional hit out of the Orgia mode turns. Oh, wow, it has a lot of health. It is vulnerable to confusion, though it resists it heavily, but it is vulnerable to all 3 binds. Oh, okay, I believe Aegis has a splashing weapon equipped, which is why that her being confused, it does affect us. Okay. I guess that wouldn't do anything. Well, since you're Bestial Roar, you can get rid of Aegis' ailment. Bind boosted Salome's Kiss, let's go! Okay, got all 3 of them. That's gonna make things easier. Now, if you go for the all-out attack, it is going to use its weakness covering skill. So might not want to do that. I didn't use an elemental skill on you, so is that gonna not prompt a screen? I guess we'll find out. It is magic bound, so I'm not sure if it can even do that counter screen, but better not to take any chances. And these will still benefit from our gear mode. And give us a second all-out attack, too. Okay, this should end it. There we go. So yeah, we get the finisher bonus, too. He did 2 jingles at once. I mean, technically nobody actually in the party has Archedyne, but I was actually really liking Death Needle. So maybe no Archedyne. Because, like, Arn and Yuki are going to learn that very soon anyway. And yep, we got yet another futuristic gizmo. Well, yeah, we can see that. I guess Fuka hasn't lost her Captain Obviousness. Yes, we do. It's called Use Goho M More. Except for some reason, it doesn't work for story reasons. I guess the plot of this short film had to be dramatic. But yeah, that's over. Yeah, I feel like Junpei's like, I never want to see another tank ever again. That was too many tanks for one lifetime. Not even the average Advance Wars match doesn't spam tanks that much. Well, actually it does. Like, seriously, on any kind of, like, competitive Advance Wars, you will see basic infantry and basic tanks all over the map. They are by far the most, like, practical units in the game, and they'll just be everywhere. Yeah, you know, Futaba's the balance one, Fuka's the healing one, and Risei's the break-everything one. Like, imagine how much worse the Dough fight would have gone if I didn't have Spotlight. Like, Spotlight saved my life on a few occasions there. Like, I actually think yeah, it probably shouldn't have cost only 1 gauge. Like, for just 1 gauge, its effect is completely insane. Like, automatic go first, before Bestial Roar, before boost. And it has so many purposes, like so many different uses too. You can use it for healing, you can use it for reviving, you can use it to start links, you can use it to use Vanish Balls to effectively be immune to FOEs at the cost of 1 Navigator gauge. Well, I mean, her whole life is also kind of in the tech realm because, you know, she's broadcast live all over the world. Oh, that's nice. Hopefully they can, like, become pen pals in the future. It's like Futaba one day goes up to, like, the rest of her friends and is like, guys, I just suddenly remembered that I have been BFFs with Risei Kuchikawa, famous songstress, this whole time. And I can get you all concert tickets. Tomodachi. I do feel like, you know, online friends can be just as valuable as offline ones. You know, as long as they're the right kind. Like, people that you just, you know, just retweet occasionally, not friends. People that you know, spend time back and forth messaging with on message apps. Yeah, that's more like it. Of course, you know, always be careful. Physically support them, yeah! Again, Navi Nakama, away!
Yeah.
We lost something important again. Tonight's dinner? As punishment, I will now Megadol on Yosuke. Even though he wasn't at fault at all. The universe compels me to do this. Just imagine being like, so sorry about that. In like the snarkiest way possible. No, because it only crossed my mind to bestow that on Theodore and Yosuke. And meanwhile, Hikaru wasn't involved at all. I guess because you can do that before the end of the 4th labyrinth. I'm glad I guess leveled up. So yeah, we get Power of Bonds from that, which lets us use triple support. Again, very useful thing to have because, like, you will never not have access to this. And so, with that... Oh, well, I probably should sell my, all my tank parts to Theodore. But yeah, with that, we are done with this part. So I'll see you all next time as I clean up a few more special screenings as we get closer and closer to... the bear. Might actually put that one off for a bit, because I probably want to fight the Tin Man and the Dwarves as well, and they are... oh boy, they're like final boss tier strong, so yeah, we'll see what happens next time when we get there. Until then, enjoy popcorn spam.